first question I had for you is, why did you initially submit your innovation to the idea competition?
Well, before going to vet school, I worked as a vet tech, and I noticed a lot that there were disgruntled clients, and it wasn't always reasons that had to do specifically with our office or with our vet. It was more like what I would assume are more common concerns, like it's too expensive, I can't afford that, or like we'd have people calling in while we were in the back room doing treatment, just asking about status updates on their pet and questions about their pet. So I was thinking there's got to be an easier way to do that. And so I had these ideas going around in my head about how can I improve this? How can I make a better experience for the client, but also for us as vets and for the patients too, for everybody all around. So that's kind of been my goal ever since the beginning is there's a better way to do vet med. Let's try to come up with a better way. And I decided to go the route of doing technology. Mm-hmm. And then my friend got an email from Vet Prep that said that there was this idea competition. And so she recommended I sign up for it because I had told her about my ideas. So I actually signed up last year and didn't get in, but this year I'm in to the semifinal round.
Oh, super. Okay. I'm here with Michael Congiusta, and tell us a little bit about your innovation.
It stems from the dental experience I received during my first and second years of veterinary school. I wanted to create a dental typodont that students can use to just cover very basic dental procedures, since periodontal disease is a very common disease that we're going to be encountering.
Great. And so your experiences were back in the day, I remember we got minimal training and I was never even taught how to do like an official dental cleaning. And so the typodont, was that so that they could practice on and do some subgingival scaling? Is that what the model's for? And
yes. So with my model comes 3 instruments, a dental probe and 2 curettes and 4 scalers. And those scalers and curettes are used for supra and subgingival cleaning. And on this model, we're able to apply some synthetic calculus, which allows students to properly remove the tartar using the scalers or curettes.
Oh,
and
that's
it's kind of a realistic feel. There are a lot of dental models on market now, but my model is different from theirs in that there are 3 actual realistic 3mm periodontal pockets, so that when you insert your periodontal probe, you won't go further than the 3mm periodontal pocket on a dog. And on a cat, I believe it's around 1mm, so that's the next model. But this is our first generation.
Well, that sounds really interesting.
It came up to me back in 2014 when I was doing an externship as a tech at an animal hospital back in New York, and the doctors were trying to teach me how to draw blood, and I was like, this is way too complicated. There has to be an easier way. So that very same night, I went to my room, took out my notebook, and sketched out a syringe and tried to figure out a new way on how to draw blood. And then one day, Emmanouil and I, we had just finished taking an exam, and we were so exhausted, so we decided to get coffee from Starbucks. And then I mentioned the idea to him, and then after that, literally like 2 days later, we got an email from the Dose of Vet Prep idea competition, and he's the one that first seen the email, and he texted me, he's like, did you see the email? And I'm like, yeah, I seen it. We should definitely do it, man. We should definitely do it. And then that's how it all started.
That's awesome. All right. And so since that day in the coffee shop talking about the syringe, how has your idea developed since that initial concept?
So, like back then, like all we have is like Will's original sketchbook, like his like notebook that he brought with him everywhere. And that's all we had. And then like, you know, as we started developing, we thought we knew what we were getting into, and we thought we had it already figured out, and we were like super wrong. So so we learned a lot, and now we're at the point where it's like an actual business, and it's like amazing, like how much progress like you can make in like 3 months. So it's been a lot, but we're pretty far in now.
So do you feel like the mentorship has helped you get to that point? What's your experience been?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think if it wasn't for the mentorship and like having a person like, and all the guest speakers, like we would ask them questions and they, even if it was obvious what they said, it'd be like, oh my god, why did I not think of that? And it would be a new way of like thinking, and we'd get to the next step each time.